Morning, Mayor. I see you're on good form this morning. When it comes to listening to Londoners, you could probably argue that housing is one of the biggest calls, and you're on record on constantly talking about your record delivery, and we've heard it before, and I'm sure you'll give us a rendition now. But you also have 2 years of record low delivery, 2 records that I feel that you should be ashamed of and should be addressing. So in 2023, 24, you did the second lowest number of affordable houses, and the lowest number of affordable houses, and 24, 25, you've done the second lowest delivery of houses. The reason I asked that question, because in that period you had nearly £9 billion. What are you going to do differently? Because yes, it'd be easy to sit here and score some cheap political points, and I did have a try. But the real thing is, we want you to succeed on these housing numbers because they are dire and the need is dire.
Well, as ever, Chair, can I thank the member for his question, and as ever, he's charming in the way he asked the question. Can I firstly correct a factual error? He said it's the lowest on record. When I became mayor, I inherited a pipeline of 3, not 3,000, not 300, 3 social homes in the pipeline. So can I reassure him there's no way I'm breaking that record? A guy called Boris Johnson. But in relation to the last 2 years, he's right. There's been an issue across the country, and London's not been excluded in relation to what the G15 called last week, not the Mayor, the G15 called last week a perfect storm. A combination of high interest rates, a combination of construction inflation, a combination of the consequences of the building safety regulator, which has caused delays, leading to the starts in the last 2 years not being as high as they should be. Completions are at high levels, which is good because of the homes we began before. And that's one of the reasons why we lobbied the government for additional money as a bridge to start those homes and then get those homes completed. And the good news is the government's working with us in relation to this issue, but also we're hoping to have more success in the SR as well. But it is an issue across the country. The House Building Federation, a national organisation, said across the country housing's the worst it's been since the Second World War, and that's a consequence of this perfect storm.
But you've said in the past, Mayor, that you could be counter-cyclical. Your situation in London is pretty unique because you are the planning authority in ways that many other people aren't, and you've had substantial sums of money, both from the previous Conservative government and I believe from your own. So it'd be very interesting to see what you're going to do differently, because for you, I believe you can't argue that it's money. You've had a lot of that. What different tactics are you going to employ? You have your London plan coming up. What's that going to do differently to deliver? What are you going to do to smash this cycle? Because we are running out of time.
Well, Chair, it could be argued I'm stealing Sean Bailey's policy because you've been talking for some time about building the green belt. Give you credit.
Can you remind me of when I said that?
Oh, sure. I've got quotes. I've got quite a few of them. I've got Liz Truss. I've got Sean Bailey. I've got Boris Johnson. I've got them all. I was going to wait for Andrew Boff's question, but I'll bring it up now if you want me to. I've been invited to do so, Chair.
Give me one. Tweak my memory.
It's only fair I'd be allowed to do so. The quotes that I've got. So the Sean Bailey one is, which I'll come to shortly, and the Boris Johnson one and the Liz Truss one.
No, can I just have mine? Come on, you can do that to Andrew. Do this to me.
Can I bring it up for Andrew's question? It's in Andrew's section, so it's not in this section. But I'll bring it up, don't worry, in relation to your quote. But I'm taking your advice. I'm building the Greenbelt. Actively exploring, not like Liz Truss, which is to build 1 million homes in the Greenbelt, but actively explore where in the Greenbelt we can, with the right conditions, build.
But it's interesting because you've always said not one blade of grass, you won't do it. So what's changed? Why are you now quoting that you'll build on the Greenbelt? Have you been sent a message by Number 10 to get in line?
Well, hold on a sec. The question was, what will you do differently? Right? I answer.
Yeah, and then I ask you another question. This is the new question. Mayor's question time. Yeah. Thank you for answering my question. Well, I appreciate that. Yeah, because Susan doesn't feel the same about you. I'm asking you a new question. Why have you changed your approach?
They don't listen to the answer, right? Because they've pre-written the next question. They don't wait for the answer. They ask the next question, realising the question's been answered.
I did. I asked a different question. I appreciate your answer. I asked for another question. Then you went into filibustering.
Okay.
Why have you changed your approach to building on the Greenbelt? You have sat in this room on hundreds of occasions and said, not a blade of grass. I'm asking, were you told by your boss that you have to build on the Greenbelt?
Well, let me explain the question he asked before, which is huge need in London. The need's not being met. So what would you do differently? So the answer is, what we'll do differently is actively explore building parts of the Greenbelt. The question then is, why are you doing that? Well, the answer is because we've got a problem. The supply is not meeting the demand. Even if we built on every brownfield site in London, that's still only 44,000 homes, maybe at stretch 48,000 homes. We need 88,000 homes every year over the course of the next 10 years. So if we're going to meet that need, we've got to actively explore the Greenbelt, as well as building all the...
But Mr Mayor, can I pose another question? If you built on those 44,000, which is a low quote, I'd suggest, you wouldn't get to the Greenbelt for many, many years because of your low delivery targets. You've only delivered 5,800 out of the current affordable housing programme. With 44,000 places to build, you'd be fine for years. So again, why have you now decided that you need to build on the Greenbelt?
No, I've got the table here. Let me be quite clear. So the average homes completed in the 8 years before I became mayor was around 30,000, right? Okay. We've completed an average between 40 and 45,000. That's building on 90% of those homes are on brownfield sites. Even if we build out on every brownfield site in the city, we're talking about, on average, record-breaking numbers, 45,000. My maths tells me that's 43,000 less per year than London needs. That's why we're actually...
Mayor, I'm going to have to stop there for a little bit of time, but your record low delivery in the last 2 years would suggest that you have a lot of brownfield sites that you could do before that point. Thank you, Chair.
OK, let's move on to Assembly.